I'm here with Will Ryan and Ray Gomez, and my name is Tyler Kern, and we are here for the LaSalle Explorers and Archbishop Wood Vikings regular season game. Will, it's a great day. Game got postponed. We had the rare senior day instead of senior night. It was great to see all the seniors out there with their parents. It's something that's near and dear to my heart. What's it like for you seeing the seniors out there?
I mean, it's great, and what an opportunity for on senior day with the ability to clinch the PCL Red Division for the first time in these seniors' career. So it's got to be a special moment for these guys.
Yeah, it's just an exciting time. Obviously we're unbiased announcers, but as fans here, I'm really happy for the Explorers. This is, like I said, back in, I think, before Roman Catholic, this is the best Explorers team I've seen in quite a while. Got a lot of leaders out there. I mean, you can see them all. Thompson, Paterzo, Sam Brown, and my favorite, Abdul Carter. Leaders like that, I'd follow those guys into battle. So it's gonna be a good day, perfect day for football. Wind, I believe, as you say, come from the southeast. It is ripping across the field from left to right. I'm sure that'll have an impact on the passing game today and even the kicking game, depending which way we're going down the field.
Yeah, just like you said, in warm-ups we saw Santi Sterla, who just committed to Penn today. Congratulations to Santi. We saw Santi hitting from like 60 yards in warm-up, so it's the wind is definitely going to make a difference in the kicking and passing game.
Yeah, let's just touch on that for a second. That was insane, seeing those kicks ripping 60 yards down the field.
And they weren't just sneaking by either. They were going well past that 60-yard mark.
Here we're getting the tail end of the LaSalle Explorers alma mater. Their tradition to do before and at the end of each game, win or lose.
So Tyler, when we look at this game, what we're looking at really is how Wood, the quarterback situation with Wood, because it's unusual, and there's no doubt that not many other teams have two quarterbacks that have over 49 throw attempts, and the starting quarterback's Trey Holzman, senior, number 2. You'll see him; his completion percentage sitting around about 52%. Courtesy, let's give a shout out to Ray Gomez there for those stats. He came prepared with passer rating, whatever you need, he's got. Also thanks to Huck Palmer for providing the Eastern PA football stats. But then you also have Mekhi Wharton. And Mekhi Wharton, a sophomore, a little taller than Holzman. And he gets it out at about over a 60% completion rate. You'll see a lot of screen passes with Holzman. In my memory, I went to the St. Joe's Prep Wood game. They had a nice screen play to Ricardo Delgado. So it'll be interesting to see whether they go more Wharton or more Holzman today.
I agree. I think we're in for a good game of football today, and here we are for the national anthem.
Remove your hats and remember that we are always and everywhere in the holy presence of God. Oh God, in your goodness, you gave the church John Baptist de LaSalle as a founder of a religious family devoted to teaching and the patron saint of education. Grant that all our athletes and fans may be able this day to follow his example of unflagging energy in pursuit of a goal, absolute loyalty to his brothers, and generosity to his opponents, as he founded the Christian schools to keep people safe from harm and to develop the talents you gave them. Grant that these young men who play today may do so free from injury and with an ever-growing respect for the gifts and strengths you have so richly blessed them with. St. John Baptist de LaSalle, pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts forever. Please remain standing as we honor America, our men and women in the armed forces, and veterans of military service with the playing of our national anthem, performed this afternoon by the LaSalle Pep Band under the direction of Senior John Curran.
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem there by the LaSalle Pep Band.
And for those of you just tuning in, we are about to kick off for the LaSalle Explorers and Archbishop Wood Vikings. It's LaSalle's final regular season game of the season. As you alluded to earlier, Will, if the Explorers win this, they go into the PCL playoffs in the 1 seed.
Yeah, absolutely. So the PCL playoffs, it's a weird situation. It's technically the PIAA District 12 playoffs. In that, so if LaSalle were to win today, after the result of St. Joe's Prep sneaking by Father Judge last night, 21-13, in a what I would call a ground and pound battle in which 0 throws, pass attempts throughout for both teams. It's a pretty unbelievable game last night. But with that being said, if LaSalle would win today, they would be the number 1 seed in the PIAA Catholic League section of District 12. St. Joe's Prep would be number 2, Archbishop Wood would be number 3, and Roman Catholic would be number 4. You might be asking, where's Father Judge? Father Judge did beat, of course, Roman Catholic. Father Judge is a 5A team, so they'll get a bye to the district championship. Well, they'll likely see, in our opinion, Imhotep Charter.
So I don't know about you, Will, but we just watched Sterla crushing these kicks. He's got the wind at his back here. I think this is going through the back of the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be his first touchback of the year. I believe I saw about 17 touchbacks for Sterla, and we saw quite a few of those at Father Judge last week.
And the wind that we talked about knocked the ball over. So Sterla will get another attempt at that.
Two deep back for Archbishop Wood. One of them, and you'll see him on the field a lot, is Andrew McHugh.
Sterla kicked the ball just out of the back of the end zone, just like we expected, Will.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, Sterla, so we said about 17. Let's double check that real quick. Again, courtesy of none other than our own Ray Gomez. That's Sterla's 18th touchback on this season. He doesn't put it in their hands quite often, and that's why we see him as a Penn football commit. Congratulations to Santi.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a big congratulations to Sterla. He's been a pleasure to watch these last 4 years.
So Holzman is the quarterback to start the game. We expected this. We'll see Wharton, but Holzman, the starting QB, with Delgado to his right.
Holzman hands the ball off. Bounce to the left side for a gain of about 8 yards.
Looked like Del Jackson on the tackle there. Beautiful block by number 87, Ron DePietro, the sophomore. He got a hold of Jackson there, and Jackson broke off of it, but still a nice gain of about, let's give him 6 or 7. So
Wharton under center. Hands the ball off up the middle. Jackson again. I'm seeing little to no gain there.
Yeah, it looked like Holzman had both Bermudez and Delgado in the backfield there, and they'll go with that set quite often. They like Bermudez, they like Delgado, but when Bob and I were talking this week, we said, we looked at their carries, and they were very similar going into the St. Joe's Prep game, but it looked like when push comes to shove, they'll give the ball to Delgado in the big game.
We got Holzman out there under center again, I formation. Motions as his receiver. And I think that'll be enough for a first down. He pushed about 4 yards up, needed 2.
And the other thing about this Archbishop Wood team is that they have Marcus Dixon, who is a high major tight end. I believe he's a 3-star according to 24/7. So quite often, they'll only have 2 wide receivers on the field. They like going Bermudez, they like going Delgado, they like having Dixon on the field. No Samaj Bridgman today, but they like having Samaj Bridgman on the field. So quite often, you'll only see Andrew McHugh and maybe even Gilbert Kinsey out there as well.
Holzman in shotgun position, Delgado to his left. Hands the ball off to Delgado. Wrapped up by Chris Thompson right at the line of scrimmage for a gain of about 1.
Yeah, and that's a big-time play by the senior on senior day. Obviously missed a couple games this year with a shoulder injury. It's great to have Thompson back. He missed the St. Joe's Prep game. So when you think about that, I mean, this team has won some big games, and it's given the opportunity for guys like Matty Wills, guys like Kevin Holy to really step up. But don't get me wrong, it's great to have Chris Thompson back.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was his first game last week back. Yeah, and you could feel it on the field, everyone, the energy he brought, and just even the cheers for him. It was great to see.
Absolutely. Big second down here.
Holzman under center, hands it off to Delgado. Again, stopped at the line of scrimmage. 5 run plays in a row. LaSalle starting to sniff it out.
Yeah, and Abdul Carter and Dan Ford sniffed that out from the very beginning. But after they give the ball to Delgado, 4 straight plays, I think they read that. And with the wind coming right at Holzman, you don't expect to see Archbishop Wood throw the ball quite a lot, especially going to our left.
Exactly. And now we have a 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 about. We got Holzman in shotgun position.
Yeah, and you see Dixon on the near side with McFadden on him. They take a shot to McHugh. What a play, what a catch. Matt Mitchell and Amir Anderson were in coverage, but a beautiful throw by Holzman hits McHugh. And McHugh, we talked about it. You might remember him from his overtime catch 2 years ago at William Tennant when Archbishop Wood ended up winning that game 21-20, I believe. But Andrew McHugh, he's got 3 interceptions on the year, and he's their #1 wide receiver. A really special talent for this Archbishop Wood team.
Yeah, and that was just a great pass. We got Holzman in the shotgun. Hands off to Delgado again. Again, little to no gain. I would say about a 2-yard gain there, but obviously Wood sticking to that run game.
Yeah, they mark him down at around the 44, and unless they need to on a 3rd and 8 type play, it looks like they want to just go to Delgado all day, every day.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of this ground and pound, especially, like you said, going from right to left from either of these offenses. Delgado has shown that he can run the ball, but, that passing threat is there.
Yeah, and you want to talk about, just like McHugh, a 2-way player. Delgado, he'll line up at linebacker for this Vikings team. So it's versatility. We talk about it with the Explorers as well, but Vikings, no different.
Bit of a draw. Shotgun snap to Delgado again for a gain of about 3 yards, leaving about 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, it looks like they'll mark him down at the 41. So, yeah, 3rd and 5. And Archbishop Wood, hey, they passed the ball last time in this situation. We haven't seen Delgado really get more than 3 yards on a run, so you start to think that it's probably another passing down for Holzman and this Vikings offense.
We have 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Holzman again in shotgun. Delgado to his right. Again, hands off to Delgado. Up the bounces to the left side. It's going to be close.
I think he got him. It looked like Carson Wake. I think he got it, I should say. It looks like he probably got the line to gain as the side judge is waving along the sticks. Hey, Carson Wakefield unblocked coming off the edge, but Delgado, just the bigger back, kind of went right through the young Wakefield. And you talk about this secondary, and Carson Wakefield included. Wakefield kind of forced into action with the injury to Brennan Miller, which happened earlier on in the season. So this secondary, it's beatable, absolutely. And we've said that all year, but we haven't seen too many teams do that other than Roman Catholic.
Again, Holzman to Delgado, bounces to the left again. Gain of about 8. He's just trucking through the LaSalle defense right now.
Yeah, it's not often that you see a guy like any running back lower his helmet, but it looked like he lowered his helmet and beat Abdul Carter there, went right through him and gained maybe an extra 2 or 3 yards there. Gutsy run there by Ricardo Delgado.
Credit to that Archbishop Wood front, too. He had a nice big hole there for him. Now we're looking at about 2nd and 2. Again, Holzman shotgun, running back to his left. This one taken by James Bermudez, stopped by this LaSalle front.
Yeah, Chris Thompson was right there, Matty Wills was right there, and Daryl Dengoy was all in on the stop there. And Bermudez, another bigger back, but they like to give the ball to Delgado. We've seen that earlier. Delgado, with his size, also has a little more speed than Bermudez. So again, another big 3rd down. This time 3rd and short, and again, you probably expect a running play here, but it's only Bermudez to his right.
Yep, Holden shotgun again, Bermudez. Hands off to Bermudez. Bermudez bounces to the left, up the field for about at least an 8-yard gain there. Got down to the Explorers 21.
James Bermuda's on the carry.
I mean, look at that hole. It seemed like Matty Wills, he jumped to the outside to make sure that, Bermudez couldn't get to the outside, but that, opened up a huge hole for Bermudez and just walked through it.
Yeah, Bermudez made a great move on Kieran Campbell there for an extra 5 yards or so. Archbishop Wood knocking on the Explorers red zone here. And we got I formation. Hand off to Bermudez again. Stiff arms 2 guys, but I think Abdul Carter, was that Abdul Carter?
No, it looked like Makai Johnson. Makai Johnson, the safety, who's really been a constant for this team. I believe he's one of the only guys. He and Del Jackson have played every game. But beautiful play by Makai Johnson coming in from the secondary and making a big tackle on Bermudez.
Thanks for keeping me honest there, Will. As you can see, they're just at the Explorers, I'd say 19.5 almost.
Yeah, I would give them that as well. As they go I formation, it's Eric Meekum into the game.
Right out of the hands of Wood receiver, Marcus Dixon. Oh, it was a great pass right beyond the line of scrimmage there, right beyond the first down mark, I would say. I didn't get the replay on that one, but the play was there. It's a great pass, just couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, so Dixon, he's obviously got, I believe, 13 Division I offers, whether it be SEC, ACC, Big Ten.
That's it?
He's got it all.
Wow.
But the problem is that they'll throw it to him, but whether or not he comes down with it or not is a different story. He had about 5 targets in the prep game, 0 catches.
Holzman shotgun, steps back, fires. Oh, and number 29 from the Explorers.
Del Jackson. It was behind the receiver. It looked like that was 87. Ron DePietro was the intended target, but Del Jackson read it all the way. Beautiful catch.
Wow, just a great heads-up play by Jackson there.
Unbelievable, and that's the turn of events that this LaSalle defense needed, because frankly, when they were running the ball and just giving the ball to Delgado and Bermudez, there was no stopping them. They go into the shot. They go into the passing play, and Del Jackson with a big play.
I got a little excited on that play-by-play. I forgot to keep talking, but as you can see on that replay, that was a clear-cut interception. And the Explorers are out there. We got Paterza under center, I formation. Hands it off to the one and only Sam Brown. Sam Brown bounces out to the left side. Tackled at the line of scrimmage, maybe even for a loss of about 1.
Yeah, they did. They're going to say he lost 1 there. And he bounced to the outside, but the blocking really wasn't there.
No, there was nothing there.
Yeah, there were 2, 3 guys ready to, take him down once he bounced to the outside. And Brown's got that, speed to, once he bounces to the outside to beat guys, but 3 guys is a different story. and this Wood defense, 19 takeaways this season, so
we'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's a good defense. They're fun to watch, and again, no Samaj Bridgman today, a 4-star linebacker, but this defense is good.
And a great play there. Paterza from shotgun, faked the give to Sam Brown, and great pass to E.J. Wentz right up the center for a first down.
Yeah, E.J. Wentz has been just nothing short of awesome this year. I mean, he's a fullback, and when you talk to him, you ask him what his role in the team is, and he said it's to clear the way for Sam Brown. But while clearing the way for Sam Brown, he's gotten 22 carries, a couple catches, and a couple touchdowns this year as well. I remember in the Haverford game standing right here watching a Wentz touchdown.
Oh, and just a bit of miscommunication there. Paterza was under pressure from the beginning there. And, passed to Sam Brown, but it was a little short there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dylan Logue, along with Eric Gardner, were all in that backfield. Though Wentz did pick up a nice block again. So again, E.J. Wentz, he's a big-time player for this LaSalle team. Not many teams go with a fullback. LaSalle does, and it's big time for them.
Terzo, shotgun, Sam Brown to his left, 3 receivers to his right. Sam Brown motioned out to the right. There's a screen pass to the right. Oh, Sam Brown's hit, breaks the tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and is pushed out of bounds at about the Explorers 30 for a gain of about 4.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to give him the 28, and that play did not look promising in the beginning, but he breaks a tackle, beats another guy, and gets out to about the 28.
Yeah, and that's just what Sam Brown does. He didn't really have a whole lot there. He was hit almost immediately, and he turned that into about 3 or 4 yard gain. So
3rd and 6. We saw this Archbishop Wood team convert on a 3rd and 8 on their first drive. Let's see if LaSalle can respond to that and extend this drive a little bit.
Terzo steps back, lets one loose to Sam Brown, who catches it at the, and then is stripped out at the 50. They're calling it an incomplete pass.
Wow, Andrew McHugh in coverage there, and it looked like Brown had his hands on it. McHugh didn't give up on the play, knocked it away. Great job by Andrew McHugh, big-time player, and he's going to stay in the game and go back and return this punt. That's the type of player Andrew McHugh is. Wide receiver, safety, punt returner, you name it.
Kudos to McHugh for making that play. Sam Brown got open there. Paterzo let one rip. He had a lot of pressure on him. He was hit as he threw it. And credit to that Wood defense. They did a great job there.
Yeah, Luke Schaefer came unblocked on the outside. And when Schaefer came unblocked, Paterzo was still able to get it away.
Not sure if you can hear us. We're having some technical difficulties here.
For the time being, we'll give you a little bit of a radio broadcast as we try to get the camera
We'll see
back.
what we can do here.
Yeah, absolutely. But Santiago Sterlo kicked that one, punted that one out of bounds, and the Archbishop Wood Vikings will take it at around the 25-yard line. And we said that the Archbishop Wood will change quarterbacks. Now you've got Mekhi Wharton into the game. 3 trips on the right side, low snap, give off to Bermudez, and he's taken down by Tim Fiedler behind the line of scrimmage at around the 24-yard line. Beautiful play by Tim Fiedler. But it was a low snap to Mekhi Wharton there. Unfortunately, for the Vikings, they couldn't recover from that kind of blown play.
And we're still working to get you video back, but again, we're going back to the Bob Long Sports roots of a radio broadcast. Simple battery ran out on the camera. I'm sure you guys understand. We haven't even talked about Bob not being here on Bob Long Sports. We'll get into that if you're curious.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a shame. Bob would have been around for last night's game, obviously postponed. So it's just Tyler, Will Ryan, and Ray Gomez today. As there is going to be a timeout on the field. It'll be Archbishop Wood taking the timeout. They didn't like what they say. And we said that Mekhi Wharton might be a more accurate quarterback than Trey Holzman, but it seems like the offense might be a little bit less in sync when Wharton's out there, as he's only a sophomore. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors at the Jamison Poorhouse, run by the Wade family. It's a great place to stop and get a bite to eat. So stop in at the Jamison Poorhouse, and we'll get back to the game.
There we have video, and here is even our Jamison Poorhouse graphic. Thanks for joining us again. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Again, it seems just to be camera issues right now, so we'll continue to bring the audio broadcast to you guys. Again, it'll be Mekhi Wharton in the shotgun, Bermudez to his right, trips on the far side, Marcus Dixon as the tight end on the near side. Wharton takes a snap, drops, it was a little low, he steps up in the pocket, good blocking, he's got time, Carter steps up, and it'll be, I believe that'll be Chris Thompson? No, it'll be Dan Ford with the tackle for about a 1-yard gain. Wharton stepped up, he saw pressure, he beat Abdul Carter, but Dan Ford was there to clean it up.
Yeah, and I mean, kudos to that Wood front. They're doing a great job of keeping LaSalle's defense at bay, but there was just a little too much chaos going on there for them to make anything of it.
Yeah, Tim Fiedler was rushing from the far edge, and he got pancaked, and which allowed Wharton to step up in the pocket. But now it'll bring up a 3rd and 8, a big-time play, or a big play here for the Archbishop Wood Vikings, as it'll be Wharton in the shotgun, again Bermudez to his right. Wharton steps, drops back, throw, he hit, wow, put it on the money to number 87, Ron DePietro, but Abdul Carter cleaned that up quickly and knocked it loose. What a play by Abdul Carter. That is a wide receiver's worst nightmare, a slant route with Abdul Carter reading that all the way and knocking that ball loose. Beautiful play by Abdul Carter. That'll bring up a 4th down and 8, and on the field comes I believe, Leo Ritchie to punt this one away. Ryan Moore back at his own 35 to receive it as he takes a couple steps back, now back to the 32. Ritchie takes the snap, boots it away.
And that is a short punt.
Short punt. Get out of the way, everybody. Ball looks like it's going to be down at right around the Wood 43.
And we got our troubleshooting taken care of. It's a little zoomed out here, but you can see it was a short punt. About, what did you say, 20 yards there, Will?
Yeah, 20 yards might be a little generous. That ball was, with the wind coming right at him, I mean, it's a tough punt for Ritchie, but Ritchie struggled a little bit this year punting the ball. Only averaging 28.1 yards per punt. Contrast that to Sterla. Now, I mean, Sterla's a Division I punter, but contrast that to Sterla, who's punting at a much higher clip, around 39 yards per punt.
The Explorers have a short field.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was a low snap. Paterzo kind of dropped it, tried to make something out of nothing, but there was truly nothing there as they lost about 2 yards on the play. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 12 for the Explorers.
Yeah, I mean, good job by Paterzo prioritizing the football there. Like you said, it was a bit of a muffled snap there, but...
Yeah, and only 15 seconds remaining in this first quarter. It's kind of been a fast first quarter. That's what happens when there's not a lot of pass attempts. Yeah. And running inside the tackle box, not a lot of plays getting to the outside. Now 4 seconds on the clock. Let's see if Paterzo will just go hard count, or if he'll actually snap it. They will not snap it, even though it looked like the Archbishop Wood far edge was getting a little jumpy. That was Ricardo Delgado. Nevertheless, it's the end of the first quarter, and we'll flip field, though it won't be a far flip. Just about a 10-yard and switch to the other side.
Exciting first quarter up here in the booth as well. We had some camera issues, but as of right now, you can see, which is good. Hello again. We are no longer a radio-only broadcast, so apologize for the delay. We are without our fearless leader, Bob Long, of Bob Long Sports today. He unfortunately couldn't make it. The game was supposed to be last night. He was ready to go. Got delayed due to rain. But, I mean, from what you guys could see and what we conveyed, it was an exciting first quarter, but no scores. Great job by both defensive fronts.
Yeah, I know Bob's bummed about it, but he's so great here at Bob Long Sports that he had Tyler and I over last night to situate the whole, to tell us how to work the whole situation, and obviously a couple speed bumps today with the camera, but nevertheless, it's pretty awesome that we get this opportunity on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning.
Yeah, we would like to apologize to our viewers. We know you want to get in on all the LaSalle football action, and hopefully we will have no more camera hiccups.
It'll be Paterzo in the shotgun. Wentz to his right. Paterzo drops back, looks, fires, hits Brown at around the 42-yard line, but he's taken down quickly. That was Andrew McHugh coming in on the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, not much you can do when you're being hit as soon as you catch the ball there. Unfortunately, can't see anything in the. Paterzo got it out to Sam Brown there, but he's tackled right at the original line to gain there. And now we got Paterzo in shotgun. Looks like E.J. Wentz to his right, 3 receivers to his left. Steps back. Pressure immediately. Oh, and just a bunch of Wood helmets on him. That was a team sack right there.
Yeah, that was Eric Gardner who got there first. Then it was Ricardo Delgado and number 51, Cole Evans, all got in on the play. Again, it'll be another punt for the Explorers. It'll be Sterla going back.
And this Wood front, both on offense and defense, kind of bullying this Explorers front. Just not much to be done there.
Yeah, no, Eric Gardner's one of the best in the area, and he showed it on that play. He got around the left tackle in a hurry.
And a close punt from Sterla. Makes a nice boot against the wind. And it rolls down to about the Archbishop Wood. Let's call it 16, 17.
Yeah, I'd say the 16 or 17 as well. That was a heck of a play by Sterla. It looked like he almost got a hand on it, but nope, Sterla was able to get it off.
And the Archbishop Wood offense comes back out onto their own 17. 10 minutes and 35 seconds left in the second quarter. As you alluded to, Will, a quick first quarter with all of the running. And just a give up the middle for about a gain of 4. Again, this Archbishop Wood running game, there doesn't really seem to be a solution for it.
Yeah, and after a series without seeing Delgado got the carry there. He made a big tackle on defense. I just keep him in the game and have him at running back.
And they're marking him at right at the Archbishop Wood's own 20 there, so a gain of about 3.
Yeah, they ended up, the start of the series was at the 17-yard line. We thought it was the 16, the both of us did. But nothing there for the Archbishop Wood Vikings on that run play. It looked like Daryl Dengo, it looked like Chris Thompson, all in there for the stop.
Yeah, just a great team tackle there. You know, Holzman handed it off to his running back there, and there was just no hole there. Great job filling that hole by the Explorers front.
So again, you said Trey Holzman gave it off. Holzman back on the field. We saw Mekhi Wharton out there, and the offense just looked a little bit jumbled, as did our broadcast at that point, so you might not have seen it. But there was some
jumbled. Oh, wow. Snap was fumbled around by Holzman, and Dengo there to clean it up.
Yeah, Daryl Dengoy, the junior defensive tackle, he came in a hurry there. And Dengoy, he's been getting some Division I attention, not necessarily offers yet, but he's visited Virginia Tech lately and Penn State. The big fella coming in big there.
And Chris Thompson had some great pressure there as well, kind of putting a little more pressure to recover that football. And just like that, at Archbishop Wood, 4th down.
Yeah, and Richie's punting this in his own end zone, and we said that he did not, he probably got a 20-yard punt last time. Let's see if he has the same issues.
Looks about the same. Gets down to the Archbishop Wood 31, maybe 32.
I love what Del Jackson did on that play. It was a short punt, and Del Jackson ran out of bounds. He said, I am getting the heck away from this ball. No way. And we saw some issues in the Father Judge game. Look at Del Jackson run and get out of bounds, making sure that he doesn't touch that ball. Heck of a job by Del Jackson.
You know his coaches are telling him to get out of bounds. That's a great heads-up play on special teams. Very underrated. And the Explorers have a very short field now. Paterzo and shotgun. Hand off to Brown. Brown up the middle. Makes it down to about the Archbishop Wood, I would call it 27 for a gain of about 5.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Again, E.J. Wentz, the fullback, and when they love to go with the fullback and the halfback look.
And just like that, Explorers quickly back to the line of scrimmage. A small gain of about 1. And a personal foul is thrown.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's not only a personal foul, but it looked like number 56, Mason Iacovelli, may have thrown a punch on the play.
Yeah, the replay confirmed that. We caught the tail end of that.
And so they're not going to say it was a punch thrown, I guess, but Iacovelli is out of the game. But just a personal foul, 15-yard penalty. That looked like a punch from up here.
Yeah, I don't think you get to see the replay, but it did look like a punch of some sort. It happened rather quickly. Great job by Ray capturing that. But just something that Wood cannot afford, especially with this short field position.
Yeah, we were talking so highly of Iacovelli. Excuse me. Yeah, Iacovelli. He picked up a Cornell offer lately. I mean, he's been getting some good attention, but to get that attention, you got to stay on the field, and that was not a smart play by Iacovelli.
And just like that, the Explorers are in the Archbishop Wood red zone, down to their 14 about.
Yeah, I see nobody on Ryan Swords right now.
Paterzo under center, looks over, completed pass, and a gain about 5. Was that Sorge over there?
That was Sorge, and again, what a play coming from the secondary, the safety position. Andrew McHugh, again, it seems like we're saying his name on almost every play. Good read by Paterzo, though, finding Sorge. He was open, and it was a good block on the outside by Moore. But Andrew McHugh coming from it's seemingly nowhere.
Yeah, I know. McHugh's having a heck of a game so far, but
seemed like another personal foul on Archbishop Wood, and that'll be another first down for this Explorers and move the ball even further into Archbishop Wood territory. I kind of missed that flag there, and I also kind of missed the call from the referee. It did seem like a personal foul call, though.
Yeah, it was a personal foul. We didn't see anything on the replay there.
I never even saw a flag thrown, and here we go. It's a face mask. There we thank you to the official, because there was definitely no signal of what type of personal foul it was. They just said personal foul on the defense. originally.
And just like that, the Explorers are on the Archbishop Wood 5-yard line. First and goal.
And maybe a little problem with the lines judge here. It should be first down after the personal foul, first and goal. They had second down on the far side. But you see Ryan Moore into the game in the Wildcat. Ryan Moore was inactive last week versus Father Judge. Just a small injury, more precautionary than anything else. But you've got Paterzo on the near side, you got Swords one-on-one on the far side, and you got Wentz and Brown in the backfield.
Moore takes the snap, follows his running back up the middle, and they're signaling touchdown, and it is a touchdown. Touchdown, Ryan Moore.
What a block by E.J. Wentz on that play. Let's take a peek.
And you can see Moore following E.J. Wentz right up the middle there, and he just finds his way into the end zone.
Yep, the hole was there, and it looked like it was created by not only E.J. Wentz, but Dean Leader laid a huge block there. Great play by Ryan Moore and Dean Leader.
And just, cannot reiterate the mistakes caused, that basically led to that touchdown from Archbishop Wood. 2 major penalties.
Yeah, a bad punt and then 2 personal fouls. That's not going to usually yield good results for the Vikings.
Sterla against the wind easily makes that extra point.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looked like that ball landed in a big puddle. We know that it rained last night. That's why we're playing this morning. But what a kick by Sterla.
For those of you tuning in, we'd like to thank you for dealing with our early growing pains here without Bob today. We appreciate it. Glad we got to show you that touchdown.
We are working to get the scoreboard up on the game right now. Thank you for hanging in with us. And while we're at it, we can. I know we don't have Bob or Rob here today, but we'd love to do a little "Where You At" action. If you could just drop that in the YouTube comments, and we'll happily shout you guys out. Sterling now kicking into the wind. Probably not a touchback situation here.
Still a boot though. Taken by the Explorers all over it there. Down about on the Archbishop Wood, I would say 16 or 17.
Yeah, that was McHugh who took it out, and it looked like Matt Mitchell and Carson Wakefield on the stop there. Matt Mitchell, I love to rave about his special teams play, but when he continues to make plays like that, it's easy to rave about him.
Yeah, and I like Sterla kicking it high there. I think he knew that he couldn't get the touchback kicking into the wind like that, and gave his guys some extra time to get down the field and make the tackle, and that's exactly what they did.
Absolutely, and it seems like Andrew McHugh has literally been involved in every play today as he runs off the field here. Maybe a little announcer's jinx.
And give up the middle, and just a strong run by none other than Delgado. He's been a hard runner. He just looks huge out there, brings a lot of power, and gets an 11-yard gain about to the Archbishop Wood 30-yard line.
Hey, and you see who's under center. It's Makai Wharton.
And just a quick give again. They saw that Delgado did a great job of getting up the field. They snapped that within 5 seconds, I would say.
Yeah, this time Kieran Campbell was all over it. Kieran Campbell and Tim Fiedler both in for that tackle, but great job by Kieran Campbell there.
Yeah, I mean, they went with the quick snap there. Like I said, about 5-10 seconds. Great job by the Explorers responding, and good stop there.
6:56 left on the game clock in the second quarter.
Wharton under center. Hands the ball off. Delgado bounces to the left side. Gain of about 3.
Yeah, that was Abdul Carter and Dan Ford in on that stop, and it's now a big third down here with about half of the second quarter left to play.
Yeah, and like you said, that running game that we're going to see a lot of, I think, from Archbishop Wood today.
Delgado on the carry brought down by Dan Ford.
Just really runs out the clock. And Ray has pointed out that we have Ryan Moore out in the field.
Yeah, so it looks like Makai Johnson dropping into coverage, Matt Mitchell in coverage. It's almost like a nickel formation, but I guess not a nickel formation, but you add the extra defensive back and Ryan Moore out there.
And again, kudos to that Explorers front. Delgado given a draw, bounces to the left side, and nothing there. Gain of nothing.
As Leo Ritchie jogs onto the field, we've got a little time for Where You At. AJ Carabello watching from State College. Sean O'Connell watching the game from Outer Banks, North Carolina. And Mike Najelski is at his older son's football game when Villanova is taking on William and Mary in a CAA matchup. Villanova is ranked number 4 in the FCS right now.
The punt is off. Again, another short punt, almost blocked. Oh, but it takes a favorable wood bounce, about 20 extra yards down the field. Still rolling, about to come to a stop right on the Explorers 15.
Yeah, and Ryan Moore, you could see him hitting his head as the ball was bouncing by innocently. I think if he had the opportunity again, he would probably jump on it.
That head hitting showed up on the replay.
Yeah, limit the damage.
Explorers working with I think the longest field they've had all day so far at their own 15. Paterzo under center. Motion Sam Brown over. Looks back to E.J. Wentz, throws the screen. They have the blockers. E.J. Wentz still churning up the field even more. Gets to the 32.
What a play, E.J. Wentz, but not just E.J. Wentz. How about Luke Schisler, number 70, Ryan Core, number 62, getting out, and number 61, it was Dean Leader again laying a big block for E.J. Wentz, and then pushing the pile forward.
That was just a well-designed play. They faked it with Sam Brown in motion and threw it back to E.J. Wentz with the blockers. Now Paterzo, shotgun. Sam Brown to his left, 3 receivers to his right. Shotgun snap. Hands it off right to Sam Brown. Sam Brown up the middle for a gain of about 3.
Yeah, that handoff didn't necessarily look that clean. Now, it seemed like maybe a little bobble. We'll look at it on the replay. Replay comes up a little late, but at the end of the day, still a 3-yard gain for a play that didn't look that clean. That's a positive, second and manageable. As the wind is howling right now in Paterzo's face.
Yep, Paterzo again, shotgun snap. E.J. Wentz to his right, Sam Brown behind him. They look over to Joe Wade.
Yeah, a name that we haven't heard yet today, Noel Henry. He's in the slot on the far side.
And Paterzo, one of those quick passes that we saw a lot in Judge last week. Wow.
And guess who he hit? Noel Henry. Well, guess who was on the stop? Andrew McHugh. How about that?
Andrew McHugh all over the place, but good call seeing Noel Henry out there. And I think you and Paterzo are seeing the same stuff today, Will, because that's exactly who we look to. And he makes a great play, makes a great stiff arm there, and gets down to wood territory.
Well, that's a couple times today that you've seen 2 receivers on the far side and only really 1 defensive back, and McHugh is the safety on the play. McHugh's had to come in and make the tackle.
Paterzo handled the high snap well, handed off directly to Sam Brown, who bounced out to the left, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, and guess who was on the stop as Chris Carabello announces? Andrew McHugh with the tackle. It seems like McHugh has literally been, we said this earlier, a part of every single play today. Special teams, offense, defense, Andrew McHugh, the senior, does it all.
E.J. Wentz comes off the field as Paterzo goes into the huddle. We got 2nd and 10. We see Stevie Davis out there for the first time today. Directly hands off to Stevie Davis, who bounces to the right. Gets a gain of about 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, they're going to give him the 45 there. How many times do you see Stevie Davis in the fullback position, the fullback draw there, and it worked for about 3 yards, but Stevie Davis, a smaller back, you don't usually see him in that fullback position.
Yeah, Brown selling the screen pass there. And goes from, potential 3rd and 10 situation to 3rd and 6, so slightly more manageable.
So you see Lucas Donahue come onto the field here. So they've got 6 offensive linemen. Noel Henry runs off the field. You got 3 receivers to the near side.
Ooh. Paterzo got him with a hard snap. It looks like a jump off sides, which should bring it to about 3rd and 1.
Yeah, we await the call, but it should be on Archbishop Wood. It looked like they jumped. And they're starting to mark off the 5 yards. Was that maybe Mason Iacovelli again with the penalty?
I think that's the 3rd or 4th penalty for Wood today, and I don't think LaSalle has incurred a single penalty thus far.
Yeah, I'll have to see again if that was Iacovelli or not, but it was definitely the defensive tackle. It does look like it was Iacovelli.
3rd and 2. Paterzo, shotgun. Hands off to Sam Brown, who bounces to the right. Gives a stiff arm, keeps going. Gets a gain of about 6, maybe 7, but easily gets the first down.
Yeah, it was a great job when you have that 6th offensive lineman in there, the ability to set the edge. And when Sam Brown has some space, he can make a man miss, or he can beat a man, or with his size, 6'2", like 220, 210, I should say, or he's got the the size to beat a guy and go through a guy.
The Explorers have done a great job, I think, with their jumbo package this year, but looks like there's a penalty on the field, and that ball is coming back, actually. We have a holding on the Explorers. Goes from a potential first down to 3rd and 12.
Yeah, right at the 50-yard line. And something that was interesting, we usually see Cole Kozlowski as that 6th offensive lineman. Today we're seeing Lucas Donahue.
I wouldn't be surprised if that hold came on the side that Sam Brown was bouncing to. It's hard to get outside your defensive lineman there, but now we got Paterzo taking the snap, steps back, hit. They're going to call that a sack right at the Explorers 40, and that's a 4th and very long.
So Eric Gardner's not going to get credit for the sack there, but he goes right through his defender on the outside, then goes through E.J. Wentz. Paterzo has to step up right into the Archbishop Wood defensive line.
And that's a huge stop by Wood. The Explorers were marching down the field. That holding just kind of took the wind out of their sails.
Yeah, and it's a big turnaround, and now with 2 minutes and 9 seconds remaining, it seems like there's a timeout on the field. So Archbishop Wood, they're going to have the ability to march down the field with the wind at their back. Even though we've seen Leo Ritchie struggle a little bit today with the wind at your back, anything can happen if they can get into field goal range, although Archbishop Wood has kicked 1 field goal this year. And the other thing about this play is the wind's obviously in Sterla's face here, so you got McHugh back to return, but I wouldn't be surprised if McHugh's inside the 20, and yeah, it seems like he's setting up at around the 21 or the 22.
And looks like a false start on the Explorers there. Let's see.
Yeah, that looked like it was number 43 for the Explorers. I believe that is Matty Wills. It was Matty Wills. We've seen Matty Wills make some, downright awesome plays this year, especially we saw in the prep game. He's a linebacker for the Explorers, with Chris Thompson back not getting as many snaps at linebacker, more special team snaps.
And there's the snap to Sterla. Nice spiral on that punt, but only gets to the Archbishop Wood 33, and they run it up to about the 40.
And seems like some of the Archbishop Wood faithful was looking for a late hit there. That was just Amir Anderson's momentum going into Andrew McHugh. Again, yeah. Andrew McHugh, every single play.
That's crazy. We've been calling him every single play. He's all over the field. That kid's an athlete.
Yeah, and when you think about their 2 best players, it's Ricardo Delgado and Andrew McHugh, and both of them flip field. It's really unbelievable. You'd love to see the snap count of how many, the Eagles fans watch Carson Wentz's snap count. Watch Andrew McHugh's snap count. It'll be Mekhi Wharton.
Yeah, Wharton with the handoff. Just a shotgun draw. Nothing there.
And I wouldn't be surprised, we'll wait and see. There's no timeout yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Explorers get another stop here on, second down. They might want to call a timeout. We've seen Ritchie really struggle to punt the ball. They could get in field position and maybe have a Santi Sterla field goal to end this half. There's 1:37 on the clock left. But it doesn't seem like Wood is in any particular hurry as Wharton jogs back into the huddle.
We have about 2nd and 11, so it was a bit of a loss there. Wharton takes the snap, goes to his right, avoids the sack, steps out of bounds though. The ball's completed, but refs call him stepping out of bounds there.
Yeah, and he was way behind the line of scrimmage. And the other thing, that stops the clock at 1:17 left, and it'll be 3rd down. No need for the Explorers to burn a timeout. They could get this ball and maybe put a little run left with now a third and looks like maybe 18, and that might be generous.
Kudos to Wharton that was a great pass. He stepped out of bounds, but he had a man right in his face and threw a great pass there down the sideline. Obviously, it doesn't count for anything, but that was a great athletic play by him.
So it's 3rd and 18, 1:17 left. You would think this might be a run situation, make the Explorers use a timeout if they want the ball back.
Snap, and there's the sack. I don't think that was supposed to be a passing play. I think the ball was snapped too high for Wharton, and he wasn't able to get the handoff here. As we can see in the replay, and Abdul Carter, who else there, sniffing that out.
Yeah, and even if it was a run play or a pass play, Abdul Carter coming from the edge unblocked is not a recipe for success. But it does force the Explorers to take a timeout with 1:09 remaining. Leo Ritchie will jog out and will be the punter here. It'll be Ryan Moore back to receive for the Explorers. And I'm sure this time, if it is a low snap, Ryan Moore will probably jump on the ball.
And this portion of today's show brought to you by Treasure Signs, run by Chris and Jim Convey, both huge proponents of the LaSalle football program. Treasure Sign can provide any type of sign for your business or personal use. Everything from beautiful wood-carved signs to LED lighted signs and everything in between. Treasure Sign can put your business on the map and can disseminate your brand through their beautiful work and artistry. We appreciate their support of LaSalle football and Bob Long Sports.
So Ritchie's back at his own 17-yard line, I should say. And Ryan Moore is waiting to receive at the 35.
That almost, objectively doesn't seem like enough with this wind, but, how these punts have gone today, I think Moore's at the right spot.
Yeah, there hasn't really been a Ritchie punt yet that seems well struck. And even on Sterla's, shorter punt, we said it was a beautiful looking, like the punt itself looked beautiful. We haven't really seen that from Ritchie yet.
The snap is up. And a solid punt this time.
Yeah, that's
almost over Ryan Moore's head.
That was a really good one, and Moore has nowhere to go, and he is eaten up by number 44, John Pergine. There was nothing there for Ryan Moore. I think he was surprised because that was a great punt by Leo Ritchie.
Yeah, I can't ask for anything better than that. Ritchie, shook off a couple of those punts. He had a pretty good punt last time. It took a nice, favorable bounce for Wood. So, good job by Moore getting back. If that went over his head, that would have been trouble.
So 57 seconds left for this LaSalle offense. I want to say 2 timeouts. I could be wrong on that. I know they've at least used one. Let's see what Alan Paterzo, Joe Wade's offense can do out here.
Yeah, obviously you don't have the longest field to go. You got 57 seconds, 2 timeouts. Maybe test the waters with a quick run here, see if Brown can break something off. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. And the wind's in their face, so you would probably think you'd want to have the ball probably inside the 25 for a field goal position. But there was a personal foul, the third personal foul on Archbishop Wood. So now the Explorers have it at their own 48-yard line. Opens up the playbook a little bit more. Though it is an empty setback for Paterzo.
Paterzo and shotgun, empty set, steps back. Oh, and it's blocked at the line of scrimmage, still caught by Ryan Moore, who came back for it.
That's a play where you probably want Moore to just bat that down. They lost 3 yards, and the clock keeps ticking. That's counterintuitive for Moore, but you almost think the ball's in the air, bat it down, bat it down, bat it down. Now the Explorers have to use another timeout. Kind of a weird play there, especially, as the receiver, you're saying, oh, you don't want, this is an interception opportunity. Just grab it. But with the clock situation, it probably would have been beneficial for the Explorers to just bat that thing down.
An impressive feat, but like you said, it doesn't really help the Explorers here.
No.
And this Wood defensive front has done very well today, I think. That was a great job getting their hands up and making a block on Paterzo.
Yeah, so the Explorers have scored 1 touchdown, and I believe they started that drive on the 30-yard line, right? Something around there. It was a very, very short field for the Explorers. This Wood defense, other than some dumb penalties, they've been doing a good job, and especially when you have players like Andrew McHugh in the back watching over everything and limiting the big play. It's really beneficial for the Vikings.
And Turzo motions out. EJ Wentz to his left, avoids the sack, throws deep downfield to Moore. It's intercepted.
Yeah, that was Eric Gardner again coming through, forcing the pressure, and that was double coverage what Paterzo threw into, and just not the best of plays by Paterzo. Wynn coming at him, he didn't have the arm to get it past that safety, and it was double coverage.
Effectively a short punt with 37 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, and this Wood offense hasn't showed us yet that they have the ability to storm down the field 75 yards in 37 seconds.
Yeah, especially without utilizing their run game too much. I'm not sure how many timeouts they have left, but I don't think that's enough time.
Yeah, Trey Holzman back into the game. It really has been series
50-50.
by series. Yeah, we thought it might be quarter by quarter. It's been series by series.
Holzman takes the snap, looking, fires.
Hits Marcus Dixon.
Yeah, right in the middle of the field for a gain of about 5. They're going to let the clock run, it looks like.
Yeah, they're going to go tempo. Again, we're not quite sure the timeout situation for the Vikings, but tempo offense here.
Holzman in the pocket, searching, fires, and dropped.
That's Dixon's second drop of the day. They've targeted him, I want to say 3 times, 2 drops. That's unfortunate for Marcus Dixon.
Great job by Holzman handling that snap out to his right, one-handed, and just fires a great pass, actually. Gives his receiver a chance to get some yardage and get out of bounds.
Yeah, we've seen some problems with the snap today for this Archbishop Wood team. We've seen some low snaps, we've seen some high snaps, and we've seen Holzman a couple times make nice plays to his right and left, catching the ball. 13.2 seconds remaining now on the game clock. It seems like maybe a hook and ladder type play. There's not really many 70-yard plays in people's playbook, as Kelby Hampton intercepts it and steps out of bounds with 6.1 seconds left. Kelby Hampton, we talk about him as a wide receiver, we talk about him as a cornerback. That time a nice job reading that ball and coming down with it.
Yeah, I mean, great job by Hampton. It took 2 guys to block Abdul Carter there, which is to be expected, and Hampton just kind of sealing the half. 6 seconds to go. Explorers get the ball at about their own 50.
Yeah, when you look at that play, there wasn't really much there for Holzman. Probably would have been better just to throw it away. We'll see what the Explorers will do here. There's 6.1 seconds left. There's not enough time to run a play and get the field goal and call a timeout, get a field goal unit back on the field. So this might just be a take a knee type situation. They'll receive the ball to start the second half. But it does not seem like they will be taking a knee. They've got 2 wide receivers out wide. Yeah. They got Sam Brown and Ryan Moore on the near side and Wentz in the backfield.
Paterzo takes the snap. Looking, searching, bounces to his left, and just fires it out of bounds just as the clock expires. So that is the end of the first half.
Yeah, this Archbishop Wood defensive line has been all in their backfield, and now number 59 for Archbishop Wood, that's Dylan Loge. He seems like he has taken exception to something that the LaSalle offensive line has said or done. And,
a low-scoring game. I think we might have anticipated that, more run-heavy. Just obviously we had some technical difficulties, so thanks for bearing with us there. We're still gaining our sea legs, or some sort of analogy like that, but exciting first half of football against 2 very competitive Philadelphia Catholic League football teams. The winner of this, like I said, if LaSalle wins, they will advance in the first seed of the PCL playoffs. As you alluded to, it's the PIAA's version of what was it, the 12A?
Yeah, so what it is it's the 6A classification, District 12. So if LaSalle were to hold on to this lead and win this game, they would be the number 1 seed on the Catholic League side. They would likely play Roman Catholic, who was the 4 seed on the Catholic League side. that would be the District 12 quarterfinals. If they win that game, Wood plays Prep. They would play the winner of that game. That would be the District 12 semifinals. The winner of that game would go on to play the Public League representative from District 12 6A.
And so that's it for the first half, and we'll be back with the second half.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
no matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismannion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop with your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line. And our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all four guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse. They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff. I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well. No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do. What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop with your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
Hello and welcome back to Wissahickon High School, as it is a 7-0 game between the LaSalle College High School Explorers and the Archbishop Wood Vikings. We'll welcome in Ray Gomez to the booth now. And Ray, you were behind the camera for the first 2 quarters. What did you see in those first 2 quarters?
Well, what I saw was penalties for Archbishop Wood. It was all penalties. It was these silly mistakes that they had that really costed them that one touchdown, because their defense looked so great throughout that first half. They held LaSalle in check. They even picked off Alan Paterzo a few times. They kept our star running back. Sam Brown contained. I didn't see Sam Brown really go off in that first half too. So that is certainly impressive in my eyes by Archbishop Wood. And on LaSalle, they held Archbishop Wood in check. Their two running backs are electric on Wood. And to hold them in check is really just to hold this into a defensive matchup. And I expect that in this second half, if I was Wood and I was talking to my players, I'm talking about no more silly mistakes. We're not getting these penalties. We're going to keep it clean the second half, and we're going to start running a ball. We're going to hold LaSalle. We're going to make a punt, and we're going to run that ball down the field to score. And if I'm LaSalle, I want to get that momentum back on my side. I want to sway that momentum back, continue the push, keep it nice and simple. I like the passes that we've been seeing from Alan Paterzo in this game. Now, there was a few bad ones, as we saw at least one interception by him. Going into this game, Alan Paterzo is actually a pretty efficient quarterback with a 69% efficiency rate, or completion rate, excuse me. And he also has a 112.8 passer rating. He's more of a check down quarterback, but there's nothing wrong with that. Works perfectly with Wade's offense, and it really helps him just be efficient with those dink and dunk passes. And then you see Sam Brown, or Stevie, or as I like to call him, Speedy Davis, run up the middle. So this offense usually is very well synchronized, but today this Archbishop front four has really held them in check. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do for this second half and what their game plan is going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you mentioned, Stevie Davis, he's back to return this kick by Leo Ritchie along with Amir Anderson. Ritchie boots it away, and it'll be Anderson who will return it at around his own 10. He takes it to the 15, the 20, the 25, and he's out to the 30, and he cuts back and will be taken down at the 34 or the 35. A good return for Amir Anderson, the LaSalle senior defensive back, getting a chance to return a kick, and I would say it was pretty successful.
I think that was a great kick by Archbishop Wood's kicker Leo Ricky. Like, he's going against the wind, because obviously the wind has played a factor in this game with whether you're going to throw the ball, you're going to run the ball, and it's really held both offenses in check with throwing the ball. We haven't seen any big plays today. So it was a great kick by him and great special teams work by LaSalle to get up to the 35-yard line.
Absolutely. It's Ryan Sorge and Noel Henry on the near side. It's going to be a give to Sam Brown, and he bounces to the outside, and he's got some space. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40. He could go all the way. He makes a man miss, and it'll be a touchdown for Sam Brown. I thought he was wrapped up well behind the line of scrimmage, but a 65-yard touchdown for Sam Brown, and that was the big play that the Explorers have been looking for. Wouldn't you agree, Red?
Yeah, I thought he was down. I thought he maybe got 2 yards, but he goes and breaks off that tackle, runs to the outside, beats all the defenders. What a nice run by Sam Brown. That was such a great opening statement by this LaSalle offense to score on the first play of the third quarter. Great job by LaSalle offense, and great job by Sam Brown.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a much better start to this third quarter. And it'll be Sterla in to try to make this a 14-0 game. And the way that we've seen this Archbishop Wood offense play so far, it doesn't seem that they've had a inability to put many points on the board, any points on the board today. So that touchdown could prove to be a difference maker in this game.
Definitely. And I want to point out that Sam Brown, coming off a great game against Father Judge last week, having only 6 rushes for 170 yards, he's certainly a very important component to this LaSalle offense. And he's averaging 7.3 yards a carry, which is really impressive, especially for high school. Just a great overall play, great statement by LaSalle, and it's really going to prove to be important for this game. As you said, I agree. It's going to be a low-scoring game. Let's see how Archbishop Wood's offense is going to come out here. I assume it's going to be a very run-heavy, especially being against the wind, and how that run game is going to do against this LaSalle front, which has held them in check.
Yeah, it'll be Sterla teeing up the ball. Andrew McHugh and is back to return, along with number 35, Daimir Durham. Sterla's got the wind at his back as he boots it away, and this one will go deep into his own end zone for a touchback. That's Sterla's, I believe, 19th touchback on the season.
That's correct, Will. And just Sterla has been such a vital part to this LaSalle team and has just been a really great asset to them, being able to be efficient while hitting almost all of his field goals. And as we saw last week, just hitting bombs throughout, or kicking bombs, excuse me, throughout like every extra point, every kickoff he's made. As you said, 19 touchbacks. He's had a great season, and again, congratulations to him on committing to Patton.
It'll be Holzman in the shotgun. He fumbles the snap a little bit. He recovers, and it'll be a give up the middle to James Bermudez for about a 3-yard gain. They've had trouble, whether it be with the snap, whether it be catching the snap, whether it be on handoffs. Not everything has been that clean. Wouldn't you agree, Tyler?
Yeah, I would agree. This is probably the 5th or 6th bobbled snap today, and haven't really seen any improvement thus far.
So it'll be 2nd and about 7, well, 2nd and 6, and there's flags all over the place here, as it seems like Archbishop Wood may have jumped. We'll await the call, though.
Yeah, something just seemed off there. I'm not gonna put my finger on it, but
yeah, let's see if we can see it on the replay here. It looks like the replay was maybe just a little bit late there, but nevertheless, it was no play there for Archbishop Woods. That'll move them back behind that original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 11. So they did give Bermudez 4 yards on that first down carry. Holzman jogs back into the huddle. As you look at this LaSalle front four, they've been pretty efficient this year, and the addition to Tim Fiedler kind of midway through the year, he was dealing with some injuries, to go along with Sam Ross, has been a very vital part for this Explorers offense. Holzman drops, he looks, he fires, and cuts back, does McHugh, across the whole field, but Kelby Hampton is there to take him down. What a play by Kelby Hampton.
As you've been saying, Will, Kelby Hampton is such a vital part to this LaSalle defense and offense. I agree with you that he is a good receiver, and really just showing his athleticism, being able to play both sides of the ball. Great play there. Has an interception in the game, just having a great overall season by him, and I'm really excited to see him throughout his LaSalle career here.
Yeah, Hampton, his first game suiting up was the St. Joe's Prep game, and he was like cornerback number 2 that game, along with Del Jackson and Amir Anderson. And then we see him against Roman. He had the Tyseer Denmark assignment, as there's a fumbled snap again by Holzman. Holzman steps up, makes Dengo miss, but it'll be Fiedler and Fiedler and Kieran Campbell there for the sack.
I think what I have to bring up is the right tackle for Archbishop Wood. What a great pancake block of Abdul Carter. I don't know if you're going to see that on the replay, but it was a great play by him to keep him off his quarterback. He would have been tackled for even more if that right tackle didn't hold back Abdul.
So now you've got Leo Ritchie, his heels at their own goal line. Ryan Moore back to return the punt. Win coming at Ritchie. Kick is up, and it is a low one. Moore might want to grab it before it makes too much of a bounce forward, but it was kind of taking a weird bounce, so Moore just had to get out of the way. Again, a low, kind of weird-looking punt from Ritchie, but it was effective. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, again, the Explorers with a short field here. It's kind of been the story all day. Surprising they've only been able to put up 7 points with, such great field position they've had, Ray.
Yeah, definitely. It really just goes to show how great both defensive fronts are for both teams. It's impressive how both these offenses are certainly great, to say the least. And coming into this game, being able to hold LaSalle just 14, coming off a great win over Father Judge, and Archbishop Woods has 2 electric running backs. It's really impressive to see them hold them off.
The give to Brown coming to the near side. He gets a couple blocks, makes a man miss, and will jump forward to around the Archbishop Wood 45. The clock will keep running. It'll be 2nd and 1 with 8:40 remaining here in this third quarter. Nice run there by Sam Brown, as we'll see. Again, the replay a little late. I apologize on that.
I think an interesting stat to look at by Sam Brown is for the past 3 games he's rushed for over 100 yards, which is impressive. And here he is on the carry, able to get maybe 1 yard on this carry. Yeah. Great job by that Archbishop Wood front, but it looks like it's enough for the first, at least what I'm looking at.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for the spot. It looks like they might mark him just short. They say he got about a half of a yard. He needed a full yard, so it'll be third and about a half of a yard, as again they bring in that extra offensive lineman for this play. It's Lucas Donahue jogging onto the field. Noel Henry comes off the field for the jumbo package, as it'll be Peterzo under center, the fullback Wentz, and the halfback Sam Brown, 2 receivers off to the far side. Give to Brown as he bounces again to the outside. He gets the first down and much more. He'll be at the 39, maybe the 38. Nope, it'll be the 39-yard line of Archbishop Wood. Nice first down carry. Nice carry for a first down there by Sam Brown.
I think one thing that Sam Brown reminds me of, now this might be a bold statement, but I've been known for him. He reminds me a little bit of Saquon Barkley. He's that explosive runner who, once he gets to the outside, he will sprint past all your players. He's that electric to this LaSalle offense.
Yeah, give to Brown here. He gets about 2 or 3. He'll be marked down at the 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7 upcoming with 6 minutes and 55 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. And you can't really speak enough about this Archbishop Wood front four. I mean, Eric Gardner, truly one of the best defensive linemen I've seen. And Tyler, you know a little bit about defensive linemen. Can you talk about Eric Gardner a little bit?
Yeah, just been a dominating factor all day. Just I don't really have, his play kind of speaks for itself here. I could bore you with my knowledge of football, but here we are with the next play.
Absolutely. So it'll be Peterzo with Wentz to his left and Brown behind him. Peterzo rolls out. He doesn't have much, but he finds more, and he gets the first down and more at around the 25-24-yard line. Nice play by Peterzo, finding more. E.J. Wentz was covered there, and it also looked like maybe Ryan Sorge was coming across the middle. He wasn't open either. Found more on the comebacker.
It was just a great overall play, and great job by Moore following that ball, being able to come up, grab that ball. Nice secure catch, especially with the defender right behind him. I also want to say great throw by Peterzo, especially on the run and on 1 foot.
Peterzo takes the snap, gives it off to Brown. Brown on the outside gets about 3, maybe 2 yards, as he's a little slow to get up here after the tackle. They say he stayed inbounds. The clock should keep running, and now it's at 5:40 remaining in this third quarter.
You know what this game's kind of reminding me of? The Roman Catholic game. It's a very run-heavy, slow drives that take up at least 5 minutes by both teams. So it really shows how each possession, how valuable that is.
A new look in the backfield now. It'll be Ryan Moore in the Wildcat and Dom Martin to his right. Wentz in motion, now moving to the far side of the field. Peterzo is on the top of your screen. And Ryan Sorge was also on the top of your screen, but it'll be a timeout for the Explorers. They didn't like what they saw there. Dom Martin came to that game because Sam Brown looked a little shaken up after that play.
Yeah, and he's just been a dominating factor today. I mean, we saw that, 60-yard touchdown run he had. He's the heart of this offense, and hopefully he's okay, especially, approaching this the playoffs coming up here.
Yeah, and it looks like he's back in that huddle with the offense and Joe Wade. The team circled around Joe Wade. Speaking of the Wade family, let's talk a little bit about the Jamison Poorhouse again. Jamison Poorhouse, a great place to go watch a game with your friends and family, owned and operated by the Wade family. So stop by at the Jamison Poorhouse. Along with another sponsor for Bob Long Sports, it's Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle with Berkshire Hathaway. If they're licensed in New Jersey, they're licensed in Pennsylvania. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, contact Jim and Carrie.
It certainly is a hard market, and they can really help you find that house that you're looking for. Ryan Moore still in at quarterback. That's certainly interesting to see. But
Yeah.
Sam Brown to his left.
Yeah, now it'll be Brown to his left. It'll be Storage in motion. Moore has some space to operate as he moves up past the 15. Close to first down territory. They'll give him the first down. He got to around the 13, maybe 14-yard line of Archbishop Wood. Great run there by Ryan Moore, finding the gap. And what's so great about Ryan Moore is his patience. It's rare that you see Ryan Moore catch the ball and take off. He'll wait to see what develops behind the play. He's got that speed, and he'll hit the gap once it opens.
Yeah, I mean, that's what separates a good runner from a great runner. We also see that with Sam Brown. It's important to let those blocks develop.
So now it'll be an I formation. It'll be Wentz as the fullback and Brown as the tailback. And Brown gets the ball up the middle, moves to his left, and gets to around the 5-yard line. They'll give him the 7. I apologize there, but it'll be a second and manageable for the Explorers.
And glad to see Brown's feeling okay. He's rumbling and bumbling back out there again for a nice gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, when you see Sam Brown go down, you always hold your breath a little bit, but then you also remember that the Father Judge game, he limped off the field at one point, and then maybe scored 3 more touchdowns that game. So it's good to see Sam Brown's all right. As Brown moves up the middle again, this time definitely gets the first down, though it may be a loose ball at the end of that pile. We'll take a look to wait and see what the call is.
Which, speaking of Sam Brown scoring,
and
I just want to bring up how he leads LaSalle in scoring. And
unfortunately, there a fumble, and Archbishop Wood has the football, as signaled by the officials. Sam Brown, to my knowledge, that's his first fumble of the year. A rare turnover for Brown, but the Archbishop Wood offense will now take over deep in their own territory. They're going to start this drive at their own 3, as we have some issues on the LaSalle sideline with the tent maybe blowing away as the wind is picking up. It's coming right in the face of Trey Holzman, who's on the field for a second straight series, something that it's the first time we've seen all day. Generally, we see Mekhi Wharton out there as a player runs onto the field for Archbishop Wood and calls out the play. Holzman will now be under center with Delgado deep in his own end zone. It's the give to, it looked like the fullback there. That may have been Eric Meekum. We'll have to see after the play. But a nice little deceptive play there by the Archbishop Wood Vikings.
I love the fullback dive. One of my favorite positions. I like to see that run every once in a while. Throws off the defense. Usually they're expecting the ball to go to one of their 2 talented running backs. Instead, they give it to the fullback, and they get a nice, decent 4-yard gain, it looks like, to put them in better field position. Excuse me, it looks more like 7.
Yeah, it really opens up their offense. When they're back deep in their own territory, they can't really drop back in fear of a safety. So now it opens up the playbook a little bit. As they gave it off to the outside, it looked like Delgado again, and Delgado gets to around the 11 or 12-yard line. They're going to mark him just short, so it'll be 3rd and 1.
I do want to point out how Archbishop Wood going into this game, they really do split carries between Delgado and
Bermudez. Yeah.
Bermudez, thank you. And it's actually quite interesting to see that 89 carries for Delgado and Bermudez has 83. So it really is a split backfield for this Archbishop Wood offense. And Delgado has had a very decent game, but again, both defensive fronts have done a good job holding them.
Yeah, it looked like Wood went a little tempo there. Something looked off with the play, and I don't know if they got the first down.
I don't think
but the back official now signals for a first down. So that play looked a little strange. They went hurry up and kind of threw off the LaSalle defense. It didn't look like they were ready there. As the LaSalle faithful was not pleased with the spot of that ball, and from our view, it didn't look like they got the line to gain.
I didn't think he got upfield, no, but
it'll now be Holzman in the shotgun. The give to Delgado. Delgado gets to the outside, makes a man miss. He got by Tim Fiedler, and he got by Sean McFadden. But Chris Thompson, the senior linebacker, the senior captain linebacker, I should say, was there to clean it up. As the sun is starting to come out, it was a little cloudy earlier today. The wind's still whipping, but it's quite nice out. It's mild. It was about 61 degrees at kickoff. I'm sure it's probably right around there right now.
And originally this game was supposed to be played last night, and it was low 50s and miserable out, so I'm sure both the fans and the players are happy with that.
Absolutely. So it'll be Holzman in the shotgun. He puts McHugh in motion. McHugh comes to the near side. He takes the snap. The give, again, it's to Delgado, and Delgado, he probably gets 2 or 3 yards there, and it'll be third and manageable again for the Vikings with 1 minute and 18 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Great job by, I want to give total props to the Archbishop Wood's front. They have done a great job competing with this LaSalle front and opening up holes for Delgado to run through and making it manageable for this Archbishop Wood offense on this drive.
Yeah, now a big third down as the LaSalle student section starting to make noise for really the first time today, but there was movement up front, and it's going to be a false start, moving Archbishop Wood back another 5 yards. It'll be about third, and it was manageable. Now it's third and long.
I was about to say, I thought I saw movement on the tight end nearest to us. He jumped a little bit, just half a second before the play started.
So you want to talk about a strange formation. It looked like Ryan Carr was in for that play. That might be the first defensive snap Ryan Carr has seen all year. Obviously the super talented offensive lineman for the Explorers.
Definitely. And it's penalties. Like Archbishop Wood, these penalties are just killing them in this game. And going into this fourth quarter with only 33 seconds left and with the clock running, they gotta start cleaning up, and they gotta hurry up to score a touchdown.
Yeah, Holzman drops, steps up, he looks, he's got Kieran Campbell chasing him, and Campbell was all over him. Campbell with a big sack, and now it'll bring up fourth down and about 12 as Leo Ritchie will jog onto the field. This punt will not occur in this third quarter. We'll go to the fourth quarter, and Ritchie will have the wind now at his back for the punt.
And that is an underrated aspect, too. The punting into this wind, which has seemed to subside a little bit, would have been a huge disadvantage for Wood, but they get to wait out the clock and get this flipping field position. So. And today's portion of this game is brought to you by E&M Insurance in North Wales, led by Chris Marger, class of '89 and father of 2 LaSalle graduates. Chris is 100% committed to making sure you get the best rates, service, coverage for either your personal or commercial insurance. Visit them, eandminsurance.com, or visit them on Facebook.
So yet again, we have Ritchie this time in his own end zone. Last punt, his heels were on the goal line. Now he's in his own end zone. Ryan Moore back to receive. The sun's in his eyes a little bit as the sun has come out, and that ball was maybe tipped. It's now bounces at the 40-yard line. We'll take another Vikings hop, but the Explorers will still have it in Vikings territory here at around the 49-yard line.
And that's just been the story of today. Explorers getting short fields, whether on Archbishop Wood's side of the field or, up at their own 40, 45. There's only been 1 or 2 times that they've been within their own 20-yard line.
And they've certainly taken advantage of that for at least 2 times for Sam Brown's opening run and for the drive that they led to their first touchdown. So they've definitely taken advantage of it when they can. But again, this Archbishop Wood front has really been holding them back.
Paterzo, the give to Wentz. Sam Brown was in motion on that play, and Wentz gets right back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more than that. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, again, a bit of a misdirection with Sam Brown motioning out to the right side, but, Archbishop Wood sniffed that out from the beginning. Great job by the defensive end there.
Absolutely. So now it'll be Ryan Sorge at the top of your screen. It'll be trips actually on the far side. Ryan Sorge, EJ Wentz, and Ryan Moore all on the far side of your screen. Wentz will take the snap, the give to Brown to the near side, and Brown's got nothing there. Again, no gain. They actually might say he lost a yard. Seems like there might be a difference of opinion between the far line judge and the near line judge. They'll say, yeah, it looks like they will say he lost a yard there. So now it'll bring up 3rd and 11. And even though they are in Vikings territory, the wind howling at their face, so not even really close to field goal territory here.
Interesting choice to sweep to the left there too. That's they're on the left hash already. There wasn't a whole lot of real estate, and I think that the amount of field position they had there kind of came into play.
So now passing down, you've got Sorge on the far side along with Noel Henry. On the near side, you've got Ryan Moore and Sam Brown. Sorge will be in motion. Peterza will take the snap. He'll drop back. He hits EJ Wentz on a little flare, and EJ Wentz tries to get by Ricardo Delgado, and I think he does. They're going to give him right the line to gain. We'll wait to see if it's a first down or not. The sticks have yet to move, and now the sticks will start to move. EJ Wentz gets all the way to the Archbishop Wood 38-yard line. Great play there, and great play call by Joe Wade.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that was designed for EJ Wentz. As soon as Peterzo took his 2 steps back, he looked to his right, saw Wentz, who was wide open, and got some extra yardage there too.
Yeah, how about Wentz beating out Ricardo Delgado? Delgado, again, one of those guys who you've been hearing his name quite a lot today. As it'll be Ryan Moore in motion to the far side. The lone receiver to the near side. Well, you've got Noel Henry, but now it'll be a give to Sam Brown, and Sam Brown will pick up maybe 1 yard. It looks like maybe no gain again. And Sam Brown, he's had a couple big plays, but for the most part, this Archbishop Wood defensive front has really been able to neutralize Sam Brown in some ways, as Stevie Davis now jogs onto the field for EJ Wentz.
Yeah, I mean, EJ Wentz picked up the block there. I think that was designed to bounce to the outside. It was a nice pitch to Sam Brown, but there was nothing there, so he had to cut up in for side for little to no gain.
Yeah, so another 2nd and long. It'll be Brown in the backfield. Peterzo under center. They motion Brown out, a little pitch to Stevie Davis, and Stevie Davis has some blockers. That was Ryan Carr leading the way as Davis gets to about the 29-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and manageable. Nice little wrinkle in the play calling there by Joe Wade.
And good job by Peterzo eating that pancake there. He took half step back, threw it immediately right out to Davis, and then got a face full of defensive linemen.
I think we have to talk about how tough Peterzo is as a quarterback. He's taken hit after hit, game after game. We saw it last week against Father Judge. He was getting hit repeatedly after getting that ball out, and he still gets right back up to throw the ball or to hand it off.
Peterzo, the give to Brown, and Brown runs forward. That's a nice run by Sam Brown. He'll get the first down all the way out to the Archbishop Wood 26-yard line. You could tell maybe a little different. Sam Brown seemed to really be running downhill on that type of play rather than just trying to bounce around to get the first down. He ran downhill right through the Wood defenders.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was going to say. He had a full head of steam there, which is, if you give that to Sam Brown, he'll give you 2 or 3 yards every time. Good play call. Peterzo wasn't shotgun, but Brown was lined up behind him. So, I like this offensive drive that Joe Wade is putting together.
Yeah, and they're taking some time off the clock as well. We said that this was the punt was at the very beginning of this quarter. Now 8:24 remaining in the 4th quarter, remaining in the game. Peterzo, a high snap, pitch off to Brown. Brown to the near side, and he'll get about to the 22-yard line before being taken down.
I think going back to Sam Brown, I think we have to talk about how unlike Stevie Davis, who's a more elusive back, he's more of a, I would say, mix. He can show you that power on that drive or after that run that we saw a few plays ago, where he puts some steam on and he goes right through, gets you 2 to 3 yards, and you also see his athleticism and elusiveness when we saw him run for a 60-yard touchdown, beating the backs all the way to the end zone. So it really shows his how impressive an athlete he is.
Yeah, that was an I formation give to the fullback, EJ Wentz, for a gain of maybe 1 yard, as it'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Explorers. The wind has died down a little bit. The wind would still be in Santi Sterla's face, though, as if they were not to get anything here, it would be about, say, a 36-yarder for Sterling.
And of note, the running backs haven't hit the A gap in quite a bit. They've been pitching it to the outside and bouncing outside.
Some movement up front, and there's the flag from the near side judge. Encroachment will be the call, and that should be good enough for a first down, as it was just 3rd and 4.
Movement from 3 out of 4 of the defensive linemen there.
Well, what does that tell you? That tells you it was a good hard count from Paterzo, and a good job by the offensive line. Sometimes with the hard count, you see the offensive line maybe forget, and one guy might move. Great job by the offensive line. Great job by Paterzo.
It seems like such an easy thing to do, but it's hard to remember that when you're thinking about all your responsibilities, who you got to block, what you do if certain things happen. So, I mean, kudos to this. This offense in general has done a good job of avoiding false starts this year.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the year, they did have some penalty issues, and they've really cleaned it up, especially after the prep game. Even that Roman Catholic game, although it was a loss for the Explorers, offensively they were pretty clean. As the give to Brown, and Brown gets nothing, he actually loses a yard. As Brown has struggled up the middle, we said that they haven't hit the A gap much. That might be because the A gap's just not there at all.
Yeah, you got 2 huge defensive linemen up there, and just great penetration all around from that wood front. They've done a great job all day. Just a few chunk plays from LaSalle that kind of let up, and poor field position to let up 14 points.
Yeah, and we like to talk about special teams, and the special teams has made a big difference here today with Explorers just getting a far better field position than the Vikings have. And these long drives, there hasn't been a lot of time and a lot of possessions in this game period. Seems like there was a false start on the offense here, but confusion on who was against. There didn't seem to be much movement up front.
And as you can see the replay, the flag was already out there, so 5-yard penalty though.
You want to talk about another weird formation? Abdul Carter was in the game on offense. Haven't seen that really since sophomore year. When you think about Abdul Carter on offense, a lot of people think against Archbishop Wood on that fade in overtime. So it'll be 2nd and about 15 for the Explorers. Ryan Moore will be the Wildcat quarterback. Paterzo is set out wide on the far side along with Noel Henry. Sam Brown will be to Moore's right, and the give will go to Moore. Moore will keep it. Moore will bounce to the outside. Moore's got space, makes a man miss. Moore trying to get to the pylon. He dives for it, and he's got it. Touchdown, Ryan Moore. What a beautiful read option play by Moore.
Yeah, Moore had it in Sam Brown's arms until the very last second, saw the hole, took it, and just made an athletic play. Great play by Moore. Look at that dive.
That just shows how athletic he is and how vital he is to this LaSalle offense. He's their 3rd leading rusher, also their leading receiver. It just shows how versatile he can be for this LaSalle team.
Yeah, and in a game where there's not a lot of throws, he gets the Wildcat looks, and he's been taking advantage of it as Sterling will be on for the extra point. Snap good, hold good, kick. No good. Ball went out wide to the right as a rare miss from Santiago Sterling.
So that leaves us at 20-0. We have the score updated this time. I know that's been called out a few times, so thank you for bearing with us. But, 20-0 game. Kudos to this LaSalle defense keeping up the goose egg so far. 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go.
Yeah, and this Archbishop Wood offense, it's quite odd. Most of their games, they put up 20 or more, but against St. Joe's, Malvern Prep, they put up a goose egg, and against St. John's from Maryland area, DC Maryland area, they put up another goose egg. So it's kind of odd. They've had struggled to score in some games. It'll be interesting to see. 5 minutes and 16 seconds left. They'll need a quick score. They'll probably go to throwing the ball more, and then which quarterback are they more comfortable with throwing the ball? Will it be Makai Wharton or Trey Holzman? We've seen way more Trey Holzman than Makai Wharton today.
If I were Archbishop Wood, I'd go Wharton. Wharton's the more efficient passer, going off what stats I've been looking at.
Sterling, the high kick. It'll be McHugh who will take it at the 10. He gets it out to his 15, the 20, but he will be taken down. That looked like Colin Dunlap with a big-time tackle as he runs off the field. We've seen Dunlap play some defense this year. We've seen him play some offense this year, and he's a big special teams guy for this Explorers Explorers team.
And I mean, kudos to Sterling again. I'm sure he's meaning to punt it high or kick it high. It gives his guys enough time to get down the field. Wood got it out to their own 22, it looks like, so a good return. But
and out comes Mekhi Wharton. Like Ray mentioned, he is the more efficient quarterback of the two, but they like to get it out of his hands a little quicker. We'll see if they run some screen plays, some slant plays, but he's got James Bermudez to his right. As there was movement up front, and that'll move Archbishop Wood even farther back in their own territory. They'll have this ball at around their own 16 or 17 yard line now.
Penalties, penalties, penalties. That has been the story for Archbishop Wood this whole game.
As you can see on that replay, that left guard, which is a slight movement, that's all it takes.
It'll be Wharton in the shotgun. He's got McHugh, and it seemed like Abdul Carter hit the gap quickly on that play. I kind of lost my breath by how quickly Abdul Carter got up the middle, as unfortunately there's an injury on the play.
Yeah, Abdul Carter, taking up. Good job picking him up on that blitz there, but Chris Thompson and it looks like number 91 of the Explorers,
Kieran Campbell,
thank you, Will, with the dual tackle there.
Yeah, they got back that original penalty yardage and won, so it'll be 2nd and 9, but unfortunately a player down for the Archbishop Wood Vikings right now.
We'd like to take the time. This portion of today's segment is brought to you by Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Garamboyle of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. Jim and Carrie are professional, experienced realtors servicing the LaSalle community and beyond. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, whether you're your primary or vacation home, Jim and Carrie will take care of you and your family. And when you do contact Jim and Carrie, tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you.
It'll be Wharton in the shotgun, Bermudez to his right. You got Andrew McHugh one-on-one with Kelby Hampton on the near side. Wharton looks, he fires, and this ball is thrown to absolutely nobody. In between 3 receivers, Marcus Dixon was in the area, along with number 30 for Archbishop Wood. And it seemed like one other receiver was in the area there. Number 30, that would be Kellen Dwyer.
It's tough to tell if there was just a miscue there or if the wind got a hold of that ball, but it was, no one within 5-10 yards of it.
Yeah, and with this wind, although it's at its back, I feel like the only time that the wind at your back when throwing the ball would really be a seam up the middle. When you're throwing it to the outside, the wind will certainly get a hold of it. So it'll be Wharton in the shotgun. 3rd and 9 with 4:40 remaining in the 4th quarter. It's a 20-0 game, 3 possessions. As pressure comes, Wharton escapes. Wharton throws, and it was maybe caught there by Marcus Dixon. What a catch by Marcus Dixon. Wow, unbelievable, as now Archbishop Wood will go tempo with it. Now the give to Bermudez, and the ball is loose. It looked like the ball was never really held by Bermudez, and Kieran Campbell will come away with it. This should be Explorers' ball, and yes it is. There was again trouble with the handoff between Bermudez and Mekhi Wharton. Bermudez really never had a good hold of the ball, and he dropped it. Great job by the Explorers defense, and it was Kieran Campbell who came up with it. Heck of a play there by this Explorers defense to put a nice kind of cherry on top for this effort today, with 4:19 remaining in this 4th quarter.
And that kind of sums up Wood's day. They've had a lot of issues off that snap, handling that ball, and just mistakes across the board.
And in comes the 2nd unit. It'll be Connor Melman as the quarterback, gives to Dom Martin, and Dom Martin gets about 1 yard after being hit in the backfield, kept going forward and got 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, interesting seeing the 2nd unit come out, but you're up 3 scores at this point, and gotta give those guys a chance, right?
Yeah, it's senior day, not night. It's senior day. So you gotta. I'd love to see all those seniors, my fellow 2022 classmen, get these snaps and be able to play. It's awesome.
The rare senior day.
Only happens once in a blue moon.
So now it'll be, again, Melman under center, Colin Dunlap, the fullback, Dom Martin, the halfback, Tone Rivers out to the outside, the give to Martin, and that is sniffed out by this Archbishop Wood defense. Little extracurriculars after the play, but nothing warrants a flag. It was Eric Gardner in the backfield, along with number 5 for Archbishop Wood, Ryan Wilson.
Yeah, great job by Wilson getting penetration there. There was nothing there for Dom Martin, and like I said, a little extracurricular, but nothing that warrants a flag. Wood's been called on enough today. It's been a kind of one-sided game in terms of penalties. Wood is, I don't have the exact stats, but I would guess garnered anywhere from like 9 to 10 penalties, maybe even more. I would be surprised if they were not in double digits. Whereas LaSalle, I think 2 or 3 come to mind.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a couple pre-snap penalties for LaSalle, but it's been the live ball penalties for Archbishop Wood, whether it be personal fouls or even dead ball penalties after the play, has really killed Archbishop Wood, as they've taken a timeout here with 3:15 remaining in this game.
This portion of today's show brought to you by Treasure Signs, run by Chris and Jim Convey, both huge proponents of the LaSalle football program. Treasure Sign can provide any type of sign for your business or personal use.
It'll be Melman under center on this 3rd and long play. Martin in motion, the give to Martin, and Martin tries to get outside, and again, there is just nothing there. Eric Gardner sniffed that one out too, a loss of another, say, 3 yards, as it'll bring up 4th and 15 as the punt unit will come onto the field.
If they're going the other way, I think they might give Salle a shot maybe. Not that helps them, though. If the kick is missed, it gives them poor field position. And
yeah, I'm with you, and it seems like I wouldn't be surprised if there's some type of wrinkle in the play here. I apologize, there was a timeout by Archbishop Wood. I found it weird that there was a big special teams huddle going on, but just a timeout by Archbishop Wood, as they're going to try to get this ball back with 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter in a 20-0 contest. The Explorers lead, and the Explorers are 3 minutes away from winning their first PCL championship since 2015. And at that point, it was not the PCL Red Division. It was more by classification.
yeah, that's the PCL I'm more used to. So apologies for any errors I made today, but Will's always keeping me honest, so I appreciate that.
So Starlo will have his heels at the LaSalle 45. And there's no one back to return for Archbishop Wood right now. So they're going all in for a punt block, and they won't get it. As Sterla kicks it, and it will bounce at the 13, and Amir Anderson will down it at the 9. So no one back for Archbishop Wood. They knew that they weren't going to return it, and went all in for a punt block, which I guess down 20 with 3 minutes left is understandable.
So we've seen punts this year with no punters, and this time we've seen a punt return with no punt return. But this was more calculated
than
the punt I'm referring to.
Yeah, in the St. Joe's prep game when the direct snap to Josiah Trotter, when I don't think Josiah Trotter expected a direct snap.
That helped seal the game for the LaSalle Explorers.
Indeed. So now, again, it will be Makai Wharton on the field, wind at his back at his own 9-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. The one on the far side is Andrew McHugh. Wharton takes the snap, gives it off to the running back. It's Delgado, it looks like, and Delgado picks up 9 yards, as they will need to go hurry up with 2:49 remaining left in this game, as the ball is now set, and Wharton will stay in the shotgun.
McHugh picked up that block there. That was a much longer run.
God, have we been saying we've said his name the whole game. What a great player for Archbishop Wood, playing all sides of the ball.
Wharton takes the snap. It was off to his side a little bit. Wharton lets one fly. If McFadden turned, he may have had a chance of intercepting it, but McFadden kind of led the receiver out of bounds. Great play by McFadden in coverage. The linebacker, you often see him coming from the outside. He gets a couple pass deflections as a edge rusher. Nice job by dropping into coverage by Sean McFadden, the junior.
was a good pass. He gave him a chance there.
Yeah, absolutely. And something interesting, you've seen a lot of second-teamers in for the offense, not so much the defense yet. You still see Kelby Hampton out there. You still see Sean McFadden out there, Wakefield, along with Mekhi Johnson and Amir Anderson on the far side. It'll be Wharton in the shotgun. Wharton a low snap this time. He gets it off to McHugh. McHugh makes a man miss, gets a first down, and will be taken down at around the 25-yard line with 2:17 remaining in the half.
McHugh is so good.
Sorry, in the game, I should say.
Sorry. McHugh is so good. He's just been a blast to watch, and to see him play all sides of the ball and really help this Archbishop Wood offense have life and defense.
Wharton will now step up, and he gets sacked. Abdul Carter was coming in from the secondary, but it wasn't Abdul Carter with the sack. It was instead, I want to say, Kieran Campbell, who came off of his block.
Yep, I believe that was Campbell there. Dango in on that as well.
Yeah, and it looked like on the near side there may have been a hold on Tim Fiedler got held, but no call. Wharton will step up. He makes a man miss. He throws it to McHugh, and McHugh's got space on the outside. Kevin Hawley, he calls for a block. Marcus Dixon provides it, but what a hit by Abdul Carter at the 50-yard line. It seems like Abdul Carter will be in the backfield and then be 30 yards downfield within seconds. It's unbelievable what Abdul Carter does.
Amir Anderson just missed his guy.
Abdul Carter, I think the best way to describe him is a ball hawk. He is everywhere on this field following that ball. He's a very impressive player, and Penn State truly has something in him.
Absolutely.
Next year.
Delgado gets about 6 yards on the carry, and it's 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining, and it seems like the sense of urgency from the Archbishop Wood offense has somewhat subsided. They'll still go tempo, but their hopes of winning this game have started to drain away with less than 1 minute remaining now. And the throw from Wharton, it wasn't a terrible throw, but couldn't be corralled in by number 20 for the Archbishop Wood Vikings.
Just a quick of note, during the month of October, the LaSalle football community conducted a food drive to honor the memory of Isaiah Turner. Isaiah was a beloved member of the class of 2021 at LaSalle College High School and a member of the football team who tragically passed away in September of 2020. Isaiah's wish was to feed the hungry. We honor him and his wish by conducting a food drive. This year, the food collected will be given to the Rock Philly Ministries. On November 6th, a truckload of donations will be dropped off. We would like to take a moment to thank LaSalle College High School football families and friends for their contributions in helping us honor Isaiah's memory.
Wharton will step up in the pocket. He fires downfield, and it's a strike to number 20. What a grab. Unbelievable. That's the type of play that they've been waiting all day for, as there is a flag on the field, and we'll see what the call is before we move forward.
Great job by Ray catching that, too. That was in double coverage, and what a pass, what a catch.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about with a wind at your back would really help in a seam-type play, and they throw it right up the seam, and what a grab.
Will with a bit of a physics lesson here. Thank you, Will. It certainly did hurt. I think you were right on the outside there, but right up the middle kind of gives it a little loft, helps carry it.
Absolutely, and that's a great throw by Mekhi Wharton, and you see why this Archbishop Wood team likes Mekhi Wharton so much. Only a sophomore, he's got a good frame. Still a little thin, but you know he'll put on some pounds, and his arm and accuracy is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. He's a very efficient passer, as we've been saying throughout the broadcast. But just a great job by Archbishop Wood. I like the looks that they've been getting and being able to attack this LaSalle secondary, and just a great overall job by them. It's a shame that it comes so late in the game with only 49 seconds left, but
exactly, and you wonder if they had gone tempo a little earlier, maybe they could have gotten a little rhythm going with Mekhi Wharton. I mean, Trey Holzman, a good quarterback in his own right, but I do like what I see from Mekhi Wharton. We're
going to try to squeeze some more Wariats in real quick before this game winds down. Bob Gerngross, class of 74, watching from Sarasota, Florida. We have Tammy watching from Fayetteville, North Carolina. And Jackie Bobo from Atlanta, Georgia.
Wharton makes McFadden miss for a couple seconds, but McFadden says no as he shakes his head. He brings down Mekhi Wharton at the 19-yard line. Heck of a play by the young junior Sean McFadden.
We missed a huge Wariat. Bob Long from the tarmac. in Nolans. He's on a trip and unfortunately couldn't make it today with the delay in the game, but we appreciate his advice. He's been providing us text and advice, so we appreciate his leadership, and thanks for tuning in. I also knew Rob Stott was helping us out earlier on with checking our audio and making sure we were clear there, so thanks to Rob as well. I think you already got AJ Carabella from State College, so I think we're all caught up on our where you at, so we appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah, we're trying to hold it down for Rob and Bob. That's one of the most fun we have on this broadcast during the Where You Ats. So it was fun to bring that to you today.
I think one more thing I want to point out is, when was the last time LaSalle had a shutout? It was here against Haverford. So it would be interesting to see if they can pull that off twice this season.
Absolutely. It seems like good things happen here at Archbishop Wood High School, as it'll be 2nd and goal from the 20. Makai Wharton takes the snap. He looks. There's pressure. Abdul Carter hit him, and it is intercepted by Sean McFadden. McFadden at the 20. He's at the 30. A block from Carter. McFadden goes into, it seemed like it was Delgado with the tackle. Heck of a play by Sean McFadden. He goes sack, interception. Great sequence of events.
That's incredible. McFadden. I mean, Abdul Carter laid the hit on the quarterback for a almost great sack, but led to McFadden making the interception after that sack he just had. That is impressive.
And it seems like there's a flag on the play. It might be an unsportsmanlike on Amir Anderson, as he was on the other side of the field chirping some of the Viking players. And let's wait and see for there's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct call. We'll see who it's on. Yeah, it will be on Amir Anderson and the LaSalle defense. But at that point, with 26 seconds left in the game, that really won't make much of a difference.
It's a passionate game. You're going up against the same guy usually every play. I mean, it's not right, but I understand it. And it looks like Ray's going to get his wish of the shutout.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it'll be you see Sam Brown and Alan Paterzo. It'll just for a knee. I guess they like the first team in for that, and it'll be a nice last regular season snap for Alan Paterzo, Sam Brown, EJ Wentz, Ryan Moore, that whole crew. But they've got plenty of football left to play, as they'll likely take on Roman Catholic next week.
The first PCL LaSalle has won since when? 2014?
2015.
2015. That's insane. It makes me happy to see that. Prep was such a powerhouse for so long. Not saying they're no longer are, but it's nice to see the gold helmets come home with the hubcap.
Absolutely, and it's not the only hubcap that the Explorers are looking to take home today at 7 p.m. tonight at the Ramp Playground. Soccer takes on Father Judge for the PCL final. So maybe a 2 hubcap day for the LaSalle College High School Explorers.
I saw the goal, that last win, it was like a free kick, right? Or whatever it's called. I don't know my soccer terms, but it was head-balled right into the goal. I would be a horrible soccer commentator.
Absolutely. I think it was Seth Mikulek to Timmy Madden for the goal against Roman Catholic. So they beat Roman Catholic in the semifinals, and it looks like next week they'll likely take on Roman Catholic in the quarterfinals of the PIAA District 12 6A playoffs.
All right, so Will, takeaways from today's game. What'd you like? What didn't you like? What are you looking forward to in these playoffs?
Well, the defense. The defense was great. They held this Archbishop Wood team to a grand total of 0 points. The defensive line got good pressure. The secondary held up, and the linebackers, which has been a strength of this team all year. Sean McFadden, Chris Thompson, and Abdul Carter. Those 3 came up big for the Explorers today. Ray, how about yourself?
I would say my takeaways, again, follow the defense. LaSalle's defense really showed up big today, being able to hold 2 really great running backs for Archbishop Wood and that great O-line in check the whole game, leaving a big old 0 on the board. I also think that even with the win, I thought Alan Paterzo did a very solid job with his passes, keeping them in a very good position for the receivers to bring it in. But I think the 2 players I want to talk about are Sam Brown and Ryan Moore, both electrifying players on this LaSalle offense, and just showing how valuable both of them are. Even when we missed Moore last week for Father Judge, we still went off against Father Judge, scoring multiple touchdowns with Sam Brown having 3 on his own. So it shows how great this LaSalle offense and how versatile it truly is. And for Father Judge, great job by their offense and defense.
And what a great day for some football. LaSalle locks it in, winning the hubcap. There it is right down there. You can see them passing it off. You know those guys are going to be celebrating tonight, especially the seniors. Really cool to be able to win that on senior night/day. And, oh, just look at that.
Yeah, Bob Zanio handed it off to John Steinmetz, and now the team rallies around it. What a great feeling for these seniors and the whole team.
Yeah, it makes me happy. Haven't seen that in a while, so it's nice after, 6-year drought to bring that home. You know, good luck to the soccer team. Hopefully they pull it off as well. And, uh-oh. Ready, you got this? John Steinmetz just got dumped with ice water. I'm glad we were able to capture that on here. And, you know, I don't know about you boys, but I think that's a good place to call it quits here.
Yeah, sign off. Well, we wanted to thank Bob one more time for preparing us for this moment. We can't wait to have him back over the next couple of weeks and hopefully through a LaSalle playoff run. But Archbishop Wood has a big game coming up as well. It looks like they'll probably take on St. Joe's Prep in the quarterfinals. So, and they played with St. Joe's Prep pretty well last time. They had the lead in the third quarter and were able to put some points on the board against that Prep team. They'll likely have Samaj Bridgman back for next week. So, a good job for Archbishop Wood.
Yeah, maybe not the last time these Explorers see Wood. You never know. Yeah. Any given Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, whatever day you're playing football.
Well,
Ray, you got anything else?
I'm really excited for next week. I mean, that Roman Catholic game really put LaSalle, gave them a chip on their shoulder to want to prove that they were still number one in state, even after that upset. And you saw that in the Father Judge game, and then you see it here, how they've only let up one touchdown in the past 2 weeks. It's really impressive how they've been showing up to each game. And it's going to be a great matchup next week, so I highly suggest, if you're watching now, to tune in next week, because Tyseer Denmark, the player that we called out all that last game, it'll be great to see him play this LaSalle secondary again with Amir Anderson back for the game and see how he covers him. And also with Archbishop Wood, you never know. You never know. Game by game, as Bob, being the Penn State fan, Illinois last week must have hurt, but you never know.
And yeah, so I appreciate you. We appreciate you guys tuning in here from Bob Long Sports, minus Bob this week. Again, thanks to Bob for trusting us, handing off the torch for the weekend. Great football game. Congrats to LaSalle on the Catholic League Championship. That's awesome. On behalf of Will Ryan, Ray Gomez, I'm Tyler Kern.